What was that funny squeaking noise? Sarah peered over the half door at Gus, their old pony. He gazed back and snorted, shaking himself all over. Then he nosed down at a pile of straw practically underneath him. His face seemed to be saying that he wasn't complaining, but really, of all the places. "Rosie, you've had the kittens!" exclaimed Sarah excitedly. She leaned so far over the door she nearly fell into the stable. Rosie the farm cat glared at her. Sorry, I promise I won't come in and disturb you. I just want to have a quick look." The kittens were snuggled up next to Rosie in Gus's bed of straw. They were tripping over each other as they nuzzled gently at their mother, still blind and helpless. "Oh, they're gorgeous, Rosie. So how many are there?" 2 black ones, a ginger. Oh no, 2 gingers. I wish you'd hold still, kittens, I'm counting. And a tabby. Oh dear. Sarah's delighted voice flattened. The tabby kitten was so tiny, much smaller than her brothers and sisters, and she was hardly moving. "Oh, I do hope you'll be all right," Sarah whispered worriedly, as one of the others climbed over it. But she had a horrible feeling that the tiny thing was just too small to survive. Even though Sarah had lived on the farm all her life, and she knew that this sort of thing just happened sometimes, her eyes filled with tears. The littlest kitten was so sweet. It had really long fur and looked like a little bundle of fluff. As she watched, it got trodden on again and opened its mouth in a tiny, almost silent mew of protest. Sarah wiped her sleeve across her eyes sadly. She took one last look at the kittens, at least the other 4 looked fit and healthy, and dashed off to tell her mum and Ben. "Rosie's had her kittens," she called as she opened the kitchen door. Mrs. Moffat popped her head round the door of the office. "Oh, lovely, how many are there?" 5, but I think it might only be 4 soon. The little tabby one, it's so small, I'm not sure it'll make it." "Oh dear," said Mrs. Moffat, jumping up and coming out to the kitchen. "Let's take a look, Sarah, where are they?" Sarah led her mum and Ben out to see the new family, hoping that her mum would say she was making a fuss about nothing. But Mrs. Moffat looked at the littlest kitten sadly. "I think you might be right, Sarah. It's too little. What a pity." "Please don't call her an it, Mum. I'm sure she's a little girl kitten." "I know what you mean. She's so pretty and delicate with those lovely brown and black markings." Mrs. Moffat sighed. "Isn't there anything we can do?" Sarah asked, tears filling her eyes again. "Well, I suppose we could try her with some of that special kitten milk out of an eyedropper," her mum said doubtfully. "That's if Rosie will let us. But Sarah, listen, you mustn't let yourself get too attached to her. I'm really sorry, but her chances just aren't good."